Are you a new PTO or PTA secretary for your group, whether it's corresponding or recording secretary, and you're kind of wondering, how should I get organized? Like, this is a brand new role and I feel like it's all new to me and I'm really not sure what to do to get started? That's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. If we haven't yet met, I'm Christina Heideck. I'm a PTO and family engagement expert, and I'd love to talk about all things getting organized. So the very first thing you should be doing as a new secretary, and that's to read your group's bylaws and standing rules. So those are will really give you the lay of the land. It should describe your responsibilities and what you need to be doing and the specifics of your job, which are namely to be taking minutes, communicating with others on behalf of the PTO, and be the information keeper really for the group. So if you haven't read those documents, go ahead and do so and keep a copy handy. Especially, I would recommend keeping it in your binder that you have. I would definitely, if you don't have one of these bad boys, definitely get one set up. This binder kit that I'm holding up here is from the Secretary Success Kit. It's a resource kit that I've put together to help all secretaries. Again, works for PTOs, PTAs, no matter your school parent group name, works just the same for everybody. So you can either get this kit and be able to download it and just print off everything you need to have an organized binder set up in minutes, or you can use this example to get your own setup. Maybe you already have a binder and it just needs some love. So take the time to go ahead and get it organized. Reason that I like this system is I always found that having a physical binder is the key to my little organized heart. There's a section for everything. Getting everything organized like this will ensure that you can find everything and that you have everything that you need at your fingertips. One of the things that most frustrated me, especially early on before I learned to do this on the regular, was I was always trying to hunt down different information. Like I was always trying to find so-and-so's email or their address or their phone number. Let's say I had to drop something off at their house or go pick something up. Like, that was a pain in the butt and it wasted a lot of time. Then I started consolidating all of the information. And then instead of having random sheets of paper around my house, I started putting it all in this binder so that I would have it in one place. You as the secretary, especially if you are the recording secretary, if your group does not have a split position where you have a recording and a corresponding secretary, then this is for you too. You are the keeper of all of the past meeting minutes, and you're really supposed to keep all of the meeting minutes. Doesn't mean they need to be in a hard copy form, but a lot of groups who are older, I should say more established, do have quite a few meeting minutes that they're holding on to. And so some secretary binders I've seen are like 3 inches wide. And I think when you get that much paper into a binder, it just becomes really unworkable. I suggest just setting up like a meeting minute archive so that you are actually physically lightening your load so that you do not need to be carrying everything around, because you really don't. It's like you do not need the meeting minutes from 1988, and those are the ones that are most likely to be in paper and not digital, right? Because that predates all of the digital tools that we have to store information electronic. Get out those old meeting minutes instead of tossing them, instead of like wondering like, oh, how am I going to keep track of them? Just put them in another binder, slide in a cover that says past meeting minutes, and really, so you're going to establish a second binder, but that'll be for things that you don't really need. And so if you do by chance need them at any point, you still have them, but you don't have to carry them around with you. You're not going to be bringing both to meetings, so it will actually physically lighten your load. Next thing you're going to do is, if this is especially good if you're new to the group, you're going to familiarize yourself with the other leaders in your group. Get to know who's in charge of who so that you know the main players. Next, you're going to decide how you're going to take minutes at the meetings. Like, are you going to be bringing in a laptop? Are you going to be doing it by hand? Then you're going to learn how to take minutes. Now, understand this, the meeting minutes that you're taking, it's not a word for word transcription. You are not a court stenographer. No, not at all. You're just trying to get the gist of everything. You're going to be noting who makes a motion, who seconds the motion, if the motion passed, if it failed, like those kind of big picture things. And so you just kind of want a running list of topics that were discussed during the meeting so that if someone wasn't at the meeting, that they would have a complete picture of what happened at that meeting. So it would be like they were right there with some of the details cut out, but the major information is all going to be there. Make sense? So the next thing you're going to decide decide it, and this is really just to really tie everything up in a nice little bow, is you're going to decide how you're going to retain the information. Are you going to be printing things out? I would caution against this because I think once you have things printed, they're more likely to get, if that's the only form that they're in, they're more likely to get lost, damaged, or destroyed. Paper, even if it's kept in a relatively dry house, it's still going to collect moisture and smell really gross after a while. I was looking through some old pictures of my family, and by old, I mean not even, I think they were maybe 15 years, and they were smelling a little gross, and they've always been kept inside my house proper, not in a basement, not in an attic. So anyway, just do yourself a favor to have non-stinky things in your home, and just if it's already digital, keep it digital. Establish where you're going to be hanging on to those meeting minutes. Are you going to be uploading them into your group's Google Drive or Dropbox? Do they have that system set up? If not, encourage them to do it for yourself. Make sure that you're putting a copy of the completed meeting minutes in there. So whatever system that you have, just want to encourage you to set it up and use it consistently, because that is going to make for a really easy job for you, because then you won't have files scattered all about. They'll be in one centralized place for others that need to reference them, and for you to know that you are doing your job most effectively and with everything that you should be doing. So I hope this video has been so helpful for you to kind of get all of your ducks in a row as a PTO or PTA secretary. I hope that you will join me for my next video.